Victoria already has some phenomenal teachers. I think it is important that those teachers are acknowledged, but also that we have a capacity to grow from good to exemplary.
It's everything a teacher wants, all in one. It's like one package, all there for you. You've got your conferences, you've got your community that you get to work with, you've got your master teacher, everyone's there to support you. The whole academy is behind you and you feel very prestigious, you feel very important.
I learned that there are so many inspiring teachers out there, and that was a really rewarding part of the program, to be put in a network with other people that I would listen to speak about their practice and think two things. One, I would think, I got to try that. But two, just inspirational in terms of there's people out there doing such great things, and that encourages me to want to experiment a little more and keep reflecting on my practice.
What the Teaching Excellence program is doing is connect us all, because fundamentally we're all teachers. We all want to be there for the students, and we all want to be fair and equitable.
Teachers go to a lot of professional learning and we're told what to think and we're told what to do. The TEP was the opposite of that. The conferences that we came to together were provocation conferences. So they were there to provoke you to think, not to tell you what to think and not to tell you what to do, but actually to go back and reflect and think about what's happening in your practice and think about what's happening in your setting.
A lot of the activities, but also a lot of the guest speakers, a lot of the people that we were able to be exposed to allowed us to kind of go further and go deeper, and allowed us to kind of reflect on the fact that even though we may be teaching a class of 25 students, there's 25 individuals.
We are finally recalibrating the narrative around teaching. That teaching is a place where young people can prosper, where adults do have an opportunity to help with the nurturing of young people. And there's nothing more beautiful than that.
I found with the Teaching Excellence program, the biggest discovery was that I am part of a broader community. And that community goes well beyond my individual school. And there is a network of educators who are incredibly engaged and intellectual and passionate.
What makes Teaching Excellence unique is that it's across sectors. So it's not just about government schools or Catholic schools or independent schools. When we start thinking about schools, as young people, that's when you get the really richer discussions and collaborative moments.
The Teaching Excellence program allowed me to connect with people from other schools and other teaching sectors. That has opened so many doors, but more importantly, it's opened my mind.
I've been able to share a lot of my experiences in the Teaching Excellence program with my colleagues, and so whenever they're talking about an area that they want to focus on or improve in, I'll be like, oh, you know, he's an author that you can go read one of his books, or actually I've got this book, yeah, read it. And they're like, how do you know all this? Like, I was in the Teaching Excellence program, so yeah.
Your colleagues will become very curious, will want to know what it is you are learning. It's so important that you have a platform, that you have a group, that you share that knowledge, because it's only going to benefit the work that you do, and it's going to benefit the work that your colleagues do.
I think when it comes to teachers modelling what it is to be a learner, it empowers our students to feel safe in the classroom because their teacher fundamentally understands what it's like to be developing new knowledge.
As soon as the students know that you're also a learner, you're there developing your skills, just like they're developing skills, that you have a teacher as well, that what you're inquiring into is their learning, they're going to give you the best of themselves.
I think my students do love the fact that I'm learning and I'm very open about my learning with them. It's actually made me a more humble teacher, like talking to them about the mistakes that I make when I teach them. I say to my students, I'm learning, you know, and I'm at this stage of my career, and I encourage you to do the same thing for your whole life.
My students said, I have an excellent teacher. Do you know my teacher is an excellent teacher? She's part of an excellent teaching program. So they wore it like a badge of honour.
If you're thinking about applying for the Teaching Excellence program, I would say one thing: do it. It is the most amazing experience. You get to meet some phenomenal people, both individual educators who will be part of the program yourself, but also the academics and the staff at the Academy who are so enthusiastic, are so passionate about education, and you get to be part of this family of educators who care deeply about the future of our students and also the future of our state, thinking about what it means to be growing future minds in order to develop the next generation of learners for the greater good of our nation.